Yeah, who knows, man? People calling me. People calling me not to talk about too much there. Got Divine Truth in the building. Maya. West Coast Wise. Justice Divine. But yeah, we had the brother here a little while ago who was dealing with a couple questions he already had. We was talking about what's going on with me and Adams, seeming a little bit inept. God, divine justice. But one thing though I don't know if, I guess depending on if you like me or not, I don't know, we not too, I don't know how it's going to work out for the classes until the show and prove. Because I got just a couple of things, the planning of this is getting a little bit hectic. And I actually have some manual labor that I got to do. So of course that is that's taking up some time that we're gonna have to lock in. But trust me though, when y'all get here to see the show and prove, you know, we got some surprises this year. Of course there was some you know, advances in progress that y'all was already made aware of. But yeah, we got some things looking nice over here and going nice. You know, also it's getting that time, the art program that we're getting started, which we had one day where we had the easel out already. You know, we're about to get that kicked off definitely the first week of June. Whenever school is out, we definitely going to be in effect with that. So, there's all that. District 120. You know, District 120, I'm going to come back to you because right when we got off last time, you put some in the comments. I was like, yeah, see, good for you. I was like, see, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Joe self, true self. But you know, today though, the topic that I had already set up, you know, is you know, dealing with chiefs and Indians. You know, it's a little old school reference. Some of the people, you know, but you know, just where, you know, everybody want to be a chief, right? And nobody want to be an Indian. You know, ever at any point. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just like with anything else, right? Where you got to deal with elevation and you got to rise to the top. See, you're not going to be a good lieutenant if you wasn't a good private soldier. And you're not going to be a good private soldier and you're not going to be a good captain if you wasn't a good lieutenant. And by the same token, you know, you're not going to be a good chief, you know, first of all, unless you have good Indians. You can be the best chief in the world. But if you don't even have good Indians, see, it's the same thing with this right here. where, you know, to the way to be a good teacher, right, is to, you know, when you was a student enrolled, for you to be the best of students enrolled. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, one of the things, you know, is understanding, you know, what being a chief, what being a captain, right? You know, what being all of these things really is. Like sometimes, you know, do you realize what it is that you're endeavoring to be? Because see, if you don't respect that aspect of it, right, then you don't understand that, you know, this is something that one has to actually be qualified. You know, one has to actually have the qualities that it takes to live that out. Like it's certain things, you know, is it only my screen? Or is everyone's screen frozen? It appears to be moving now. You know, but, you know, what I've been seeing, you know, is a lot of people who, you're not even a private soldier. You're not even a private soldier. You know, you're just a recruit, right? And you're trying to dictate how this army moves. If you're a recruit and you want to tell us, right, you know, what's the best way for this army to move? Not saying that, you know, you may have some insight. You may have some insight. However, no matter how good that insight is, right, there has to have a component of experience. There has to be some component of experience in there where you could say, okay, you know, I have these ideas and concepts, right? But now I've actually been in the situation. Like I know, you know, what it's like right here on the ground. See, because, you know, when you get in those situations, right? See, one of the reasons you got to deal with training so well, right, is because when you think about it, right, a lot of times training don't really come into play in the real action. See, in the real action, you're going to have to improvise. Like niggas can train you all types of shit, right, and you in the military, but when you get over there and you gotta survive, you gotta survive. Fuck how the people down in Quantico, wherever the fuck all that. They could be telling you that, yeah, you know, yeah, we sent the backup. But backup might don't make it. It's a war. And in that situation, you gotta save your life. Divine King, magnetic sun ruler, just as born, all from one. So if you start freestyling, right, without knowing the basics of the fundamental, right? Like, yeah, you gotta freestyle in order to survive, right? But you can't freestyle so far from the fundamental that now you're dealing with something else. Now you strayed away. You didn't just, you know, improvise with the tools and strategies and tactics, right, that you was trained with. you strayed away now. You've done something that is not a part, of the original culture of whatever it is that you're dealing with. And see, one of the main things that I'm seeing that people want to dictate, right? People that's recruits. It's not even private soldiers. They're not even student enrolled, right? They want to dictate, right, that this be turned into a social club. Listen, see that's why Infinite chops these things up, because the way he sees it, there's certain points that need to be, pulled out of the, the whole thing might be a little too overwhelming, so pull this part out. So, being that Infinite is not here recording this, let me say that again, because that's very important. You have people that's not even a part of what we doing that want to dictate that we turn this into a social club, and that the knowledge and wisdom, right, becomes subject to how you feel. And I guess by extension in these people's minds is how we make them feel. See, at the end of the day, the history is the history. When it says the 5% on this poor part of the planet Earth, there actually was somebody who asked that question. Let me see if I can find that question. Because somebody asked me, well, let me finish what I'm saying. The history is the history, right? And this knowledge, right, you see a lot, the first places where these seeds took hold and took root and started to blossom at was in the inner cities, right? And during a time in the inner cities where things was life and death. You could lose your life, right, by not moving correctly. Not saying inside the nation, I'm talking about the science of life and the way it was in the American ghetto in the 60s to really to the day. It's just less visible today. People using the law like they use Dr. King, trying to pacify it. See, that's the thing. These new people, to me, right, they don't know about Allah. They know about RZA and Lord Jamar and Wise Intelligent. But if you ask him about Allah and what he was really about, right, and what the real things is that we supposed to be doing. Yeah, we supposed to be being successful in every way, and that includes the entertainment business. So brothers that they took things far in that realm, right? But you gotta understand that's a manifestation. Like that's just wisdom. That's just equality. You can see that it came and it went. You know, whoever is your favorite artist out there who brought you into this, they not on top of the game no more, because that's just a world of six. This stuff what we doing existed before that industry even existed. And if anything happened and that ceased to exist, this will still exist. So if you're thinking that, you know, if your goal, and this is part of what the brother's question was, right? He was saying that sometimes it's hard for him to tell what's the difference between 5% culture and New York culture. The difference is that's a manifestation on this poor part of the planet Earth, right? This is the way it had to be. This is the way how we had to you know, see, in a different day and time, right? We wouldn't have been made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil when we was babies. We wouldn't have went through all of them stages of liking the devil because the devil gives us nothing. You see what I'm saying? We would have never been other than our own righteous self. So it would have been a different dynamic in how this knowledge would have been manifested. See, that's what I'm saying. That sometimes, you know, I guess you gotta be there, maybe you gotta be a part of it to understand things on that level. But see, me, right, as an individual, right, I didn't have time. I had time in that I was a kid, right? But I'm saying that the path that I was on, right, there wasn't a lot of time for you to be talking about every fucking little if and. I had to get this science because the path that I was on, I wouldn't be here. You know, this before I had kids, everything. None of that would have ever existed. You know what I'm saying? I might have just been coming home now. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, having a couple years out, you know, from being caught up. You know what I'm saying? If I was still even physically here. You understand what I'm saying? You know, maybe I would have still been physically here and shit, but I'd have been in a wheelchair or some shit. And there was a lot of us.
Thank you.
I wasn't the only person that had to be saved. So look, shorty, this what the fuck it is. You either get with it or get the fuck out of here. That's what it is, G. That's how it had to be. Because 2 more years, you know what I'm saying? 3 more months. That night, if I didn't, you know what I'm saying, say, yo, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna stay right here with the brothers, man, and learn this shit they just gave me. Just gave me my eye. I'm gonna learn this. You know what I'm saying? Boom, y'all going to the eye. Yeah, I'm coming over there with y'all. See, I could have went somewhere else with somebody else, right? Who mindset wasn't right and not been here no more. But see, when you got your academic shit where you just want to learn how to rap a little bit better. Or you want to be avant-garde, you know what I'm saying, when a topic comes up, you want to say, yeah, well, you know, I roll with the gods. Nah, that's not what it's here for. Like, if you old enough to be thinking all that shit, you're no longer 5% material. And I know what some people is going to say. Some people is going to say, yeah, well, that was then. It's not like that now. Matters is not as urgent. I would point you to the current events, man. I would point you to the current events that's going on around us, right? You know, and then I would point you, listen, pick any well-known black orator. Pick any well-known black orator since 1850. And you'll see that all the stuff they was complaining about, all the stuff they was saying was happening to us, is happening right now. But it's in a different form where if you were off point, that's why it's still just as urgent. See why I said, overdosing is the leading cause of preventable death, ages 18 to 45. See, now look, all those people, right, they got failed at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now everybody wants to do prison reform and all this other shit. No, you're supposed to deal with that situation decades ago. This is just the manifestation and the outcome of it. But in that way, you know what I'm saying, and in other ways too, where, you know what I'm saying, we see like the stuff that's going on in the Supreme Court. Where, events that occurred 50 years ago shaped a whole lot of society and a whole lot of events and everything, right? And then now you see they doing certain things, right? They didn't waste no time to bring these things up to the forefront that they know is going to shape things for the future. When you say they continue daily, right? How often are you getting that? How often you getting that? West Coast wise, you want another firstborn princeism? When they told me, he said, listen, the same way you wake up to do righteousness every day, that you get up, you got your plan, you're going to go out, you're going to be righteous, right? He said, there's somebody out there, right, based on the science of physics, there's somebody out there that woke up to stop you. Should I say for every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction? So when you woke up with your plan, right, to do righteousness, this person woke up with their plan to stop you. And it's who get up, who the early bird gets the worm. It's who got up first. Who get who first? That's who the winner is. So right now, we have a number of these people. We have a number of these people around us playing games. I would advise y'all to. We family, so of course we be social, right? But keep in mind that we have business to handle, and that people have to be qualified to handle that business. And listen, you can be my people. But see, with almost everything that I do, right, it's certain people that look, I love you, right, but hold it down. This one is not for you. The AC is getting kind of loud. We got to call the guy to come in here and service that or something. But right now, we got to do a quick little 5-10 minute intermission here. Let me handle a quick detail in the background. We will, where's our, we'll go ahead and throw that on for a quick minute and just give me 5 minutes. We'll be right back. back in the, what's your name there? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, even from the standpoint, you know, getting back to what I was saying in terms of, you know, things gotta be urgent. Things gotta be done a certain kind of way, right? And I'm gonna tell you why it applies, right? You know, not just to you learning, but to you teaching, right? Because let's look at it like this, right? Imagine me on the other side. Like, just picture, you know, some of the great minds that you've heard about from New York, right? You know what I'm saying? All the brothers with supreme intelligence, you know, that what's going on my screen here? Get back into this here. But what I'm saying, right, is, you know, if, let's say if New York was a different city, right, where, you know, the root of things that took hold, right, it wasn't the 5%, right, and, you know, I had become, you know, a diabolical fiend. You know, that's what's happening out there right now. Is that while people is wasting time trying to be a social club, right? You wasting time trying to be all social and friendly and politically correct with grown motherfuckers. These children, right, are being taught the building blocks that they need to be diabolical fiends. See, that's what I was saved from, right? By the 5%. And look, that's what the world was saved from me. This is why it's urgent. That's why it's like that. That's why it's, you know, listen, if that's what you want to do, right? You know, you want to be social or whatever, you know, all right, peace. But now I gotta see you later, right? You know, at certain times, right? And, you know, you just have to understand that, look, we, right, the 5%, I mean, have business that has nothing to do with you. And it's positive and negative. Because, you know, we're not holding you responsible, you know, for certain things. If we say, okay, look, you know, we want to, you know, we want to come together, we have to do this thing, you know, or, you know, this thing needs to be done. Okay, you're not one of us, we're not. Like, I don't know about y'all, right? I don't have a suggestion box. Like, when I'm building, I'm in Cypher, right? I don't have a suggestion box off to the side, you know, where you tell me what you think I should be saying and doing. I have no idea. Oh, my screen is bugging. Okay, now it looks like I'm caught back. But, I don't know, do we have any, how did I see the video? Don't let the devil define God. I mean, in that particular instance, right? Yeah, he was a colored man, but I mean, just in general, you know, I don't even think it's a 5% thing. It's a cultural thing. I don't know if it's happening in other countries, right? But, in the Anglo world, you know what I'm saying? The Anglo world is, any country where they speak English. And so, they kind of have some common social values just through that, right? There's a kind of thing where, like I said, people who are not a part of something, right, are seeking to redefine things so that they can be included as they are, so that they can be included, right, without ever having to reach the qualifications that existed before they wanted to be in. So, in terms of that's what I see, that, a lot of people, you got that. And, I also think there's just a lack of respect. There's just a lack of respect in terms of people thinking that, well, look, these 5%ers, if they just look at us demographically, right? If they look at us demographically, then it's like, well, these guys, we've got college degrees, man. We've been to school for STEM and shit. Fuck this kid, this fucking guy here. He's been in and out of jail since he was a child. There's absolutely no way that he can see things more clearly than me. Or even as clear as me, right? But he has tools, right? And understands how to use those tools to a higher degree than me. See, that's disrespect to me. That's like if you're telling me that, look, that person, right, they only scoring shots because they in the NBA. Nah, it's the other way. They in the NBA because they score shots. And, fortunately or unfortunately, it doesn't really matter to me. We as a nation, is kind of up for reevaluation. Just being something that existed before Starbucks. You know, like, you know, if you existed before Starbucks was saving the world one cup of coffee at a time, then, you know, you gotta be reevaluated, you know, in kind of like reference to, you know, the, you know, how does that square now with the feminist movement or the Me Too movement, or, you know what I'm saying, all of these different things now. So people are gonna be doing that. And like I said, for me, it's fine. It's not one way or the other. You know, it only becomes something, right? If we allow it to have the desired effect, right? Which is to chip away at our culture enough that it's not useful to us anymore. So, you know, just be aware of these people, that that's their new. This is a new. Like I said, you know, we're in a greater society. Cats are trying to get us canceled. All right, JF. But that's what's going on. Cats is trying to get us canceled. You know, and that's how you do it. You know, you go out there and you try to drum up support. You know, that particular video that he was saying, you know, listen, it's hard for me to feel for people. I gotta admit that you know, like he's saying, you know, that particular, you know, because when I interacted with him, he was like, yo, you know, I wanted to go to the rally, right? But, you know, basically brothers didn't, you know, they wasn't extending kind of this social olive branch, like, yeah, no doubt, come on down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, nah, you know, brothers is like, yo, who are you? What you about? You know what I'm saying? You know, when he was, and then he took the extra step of saying that, you know, he felt that whatever the reaction to him was meant that, you know, brothers wasn't prioritizing teaching. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, is, you know, the first time I was supposed to go to the rally, right? You know, I had been planning it out. You know, I had to go to the rally. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I guess I already kind of had that mentality that, you know, look, you got to go to HQ, you got to go to the Hill to be official, right? So I want to go to the rally. So two brothers that, you know, I used to roll with and everything, we supposed to go to the rally on Sunday, right? But on Saturday night, we go out, right? We partying, you know, we little kids, so, you know, we way out. We was in, I'm pretty sure we was in Red Hook. We was in Red Hook out there, and the projects going to some party. Don't ask me why. But I was good with dudes in Red Hook. My man that went to the group home, he was from Red Hook. He was the first person that took me down there. But so the next day we wake up, right? And if anybody has ever been to the Smith and Ninth train station, right? That's the tallest train station in the whole of New York City. And in that station, they got these escalators, right? And in the middle of the escalators, they got the metal It's like at that time it was just a smooth metal thing. So we was sliding down the metal thing, like we was just doing it over and over, like you know, it was the X Games or something. We playing that's basically what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We doing all types of you know, wow dismounts when we come off of the thing. So the one brother, he messed up his ankle. That's how we end up leaving. Is that whatever happens, he ends up, so we end up going home, right? So the next day I wake up, of course, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas morning. So I'm up super early. I'm dressed, you know what I'm saying? And I go to the first brother rest, and he's like, yo, son, I'm sick. I'm throwing up, man. My stomach, you know, I'm twisted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, son. You know what I mean? You ain't going, so alright, fuck it. Right? I go to the other brother house, right? So he comes to the door, right? You know, he can't walk, you know, he's hobbling. Like, yo, man, I can't go and shit, man. So now I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck, yo? You know what I'm saying? So then he just was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know where it's at. Be like, you know what I'm saying? He it wasn't that I knew where it was, like I saw it before, but you know, this area, we used to frequent this area. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, you know, just go. Right? And so yeah, that's how I end up going to my first rally by myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I got there, right, I first went, if you know, been, you know, up and down the block, right, on 127th Street, there's an older school, right, called Dempsey, whatever it is, right? It's like an old elementary school, but they don't have, you know, education in it no more, but they still got the building there. And so the way he described it, that building is between Lenox and 7th, right? And Harriet Tubman, where the rally is, of course, is between 7th and 8th, right? But just the way he described it, I went over to the Dempsey school, right? And when I first got there, like I'm looking in, it's locked. Like there's a chain on the gate outside and everything. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I'm standing there trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, right? Because I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I already came all the way down here. If I go back uptown and say, yo, I need to go to the rally, it's not gonna, you know, it's not my style. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, and that's when I looked up the block and I saw somebody walk into Harriet Tubman. And so I walked down there to see, you know, if that was it. And then I think I told y'all the rest of the story, how when I got there, then I got, you know, apprehensive about, you know, what's going to happen if this don't go right. So I was sitting on the slabs outside where the steps is, and this brother walks up, and he said, peace. And he asked me what today's mathematics was, right? And then he asked me what degrees I know, and then he asked me what my name means. So I told him what my name meant, right? I gave him the whole definition, and then he was like, yeah, that's peace, you know what I'm saying? But you need to have like one word or one phrase. He was like, all that what you just told me, that's good, but see, I already got the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Our duty is amongst the 85%. So you got to have a way that you can get a point across to them, you know, within a short period of time. So when he said that, right, he just said peace, and he started walking in. right? And then it hit me that, okay, being that he just told me all that, right? He knows how to get in without nothing happening. So I just walked in behind him and just did everything he did. And that's how I went to my first rally. You know what I'm saying? So just saying that, when somebody say now that, yo, ain't nobody holding your hand, like, yo, dude. And at that time, you know, uh, not knowing your lessons was a serious proposition. You know what I'm saying? Coming around and being off point, that was a serious proposition. So, you know, and I was a kid, but now you got grown people that it's like, you gotta put fucking pink petals on the ground for them. Like, Scrams, look, I got the knowledge. Whether you get it or not, guess what? I got the knowledge. Like, I can keep it the fuck pushing. That's what I think these people don't understand, is if, like, I've been doing this for decades. Like I said, yeah, our duty is daily, right? But, make no mistake about it, I didn't handle my business in terms of, you're supposed to teach X amount of people. I didn't handle that. So if different individuals, that's what they act like. I need them, or we need them to do our duty. Now you got some people, you on the internet acting like, I got people right around me. There's children right around here wilding the fuck out. Why do I need to accommodate you from where the fuck ever you at on the internet? Why do I need to do it? I know why you need to do it. If that's what you need to do, then yeah, I'm here, I can help you. But there's no way for you to dictate to me, right? Right? You see, because when it says we supposed to teach, it didn't have your name there. When it said our duty is to teach, it didn't put nobody's name there. And see, like I said, man, Ezekiel, right? I mean, the Elijah tells you about the duty of the teacher. See, Ezekiel and say Luke tell you about the duty of the student. I'm not the servant. I'm the Lord. See, when it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou gives him not warning to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. That's not me. I'm not the wicked. That's talking about the person who's coming to learn. If the final stage of learning, right, is to put something into activation, right, to go out and use this knowledge and wisdom, right, to do something, be successful at something born to understanding, right? Then what happened to civilization and righteousness? did you actually learn that in a way where, okay, where's it in activation? Because see, civilized and righteous, right? Even though I do it often. But that's really not something that you could tell somebody. Like, that's something that people have to see in you. Like, if a person just comes to you and say, I'm civilized. I'm civilized. Hold up, let's say that something. Hold on, wait a minute. I know we got the... I'm civilized. See, when somebody got to tell you that, they probably not very civilized. Like, I'm gonna tell you another one. I'm gonna tell you another one that I'm guilty of. I'm gonna tell you another one that I'm guilty of, right? Where it's just the actual the actual act of you saying this, right, kind of betrays the idea that you're saying. Hold on, let's go back to the camp. I'm a humble individual. You know, that's kind of braggadocious to walk around telling people that you humble. A righteous person really don't have to tell you that they righteous. And see, those are things that even if you do say it, right, it's going to be judged by the people in how they see it. Like, you could say you're righteous, but the people see you know what you're doing. Jay said, did I have all 120 lessons? Nah. I mean, see, being that I have been around the guys for a long time before I had the knowledge, there was some things that I already knew, right? So within like a matter of days, I was on the 110, 136, like in a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I probably was like in maybe the early part of the 136, but probably the 110. You know what I mean? Because I'm still saying my name. You know, I got this little spiel that I'm giving. You know, where that I definitely far from 120. What is a practical way of looking at the third degree in the 140? What you mean a practical way? Like, give me an example. What is the practical way that you look at the second degree in the 140? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, legends. Yeah, when a person says that they're a legend, if you have to tell us that you're a legend, I doubt you're a legend. if you gotta tell us that, that could be a sign. You know, goats don't need to call themselves goats. Even though, now, I agree with you in the sentiment that you said. However, I think Lil Wayne changed that forever. You know, only because, I recall when, nobody really look at nobody really looked at him. You know, I don't recall people talking to him, like, even in terms of Cash Money at that time, he was kind of like, oh, you know, that's cute. You know, they got a little kid that's rhyming about the gangster shit too. But he wasn't, you know, being, you know, nobody was saying he's the best. Like I said, even in Cash Money, you know. But once he started saying that he's the best, and you know, once he started saying he's the best, it kind of took hold. You know what I'm saying? And then other people started doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's here to stay. Yep. Dolo to the first. That's what I said, JF. You know, people be saying like, yeah, you know, I came around and the people didn't this. Like, nah, that's not how it was. There was no hand holding. You see, because like I said, this knowledge and wisdom, right? Yeah, we come in here and we kick it, but this knowledge and wisdom is to save our life. And see, that's why a lot of us, from a certain point, we very, you know, just how much we love the knowledge, man, and how serious we are, a lot of times is based on that. Is that we realize that without this, you know what I'm saying, you know, without this, you know, we might not even be here. You know what I'm saying? Complete said Ali, now, Ali, you're right. But look, when he was saying he was the GOAT, right? When he was saying he was the greatest of all time, he wasn't. Like it was he kind of had that Lil Wayne effect too. Even though, like you said, eventually he backed it up. But when he first was saying it, nah, he wasn't the GOAT. But yeah, I do think that's something that's changed around now. He said, I gave a breakdown of the second degree, and the Queen and Earth had to leave in the chat for a while. Maid or grown. Yeah, the best rapper alive during that mixtape. Yeah, when he started saying he was the best rapper alive, and it took hold. You know, so I think that there's a lot of people doing that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I seen 6ix9ine do it. What's the dude up there in Buffalo? Conway the Machine is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Said, imagine being grown and an out-of-towner at your first rally. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, we see the people. We know who the rubes are. We know who the babes in the forest is. Like I said, you know, when you come from out of town, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a brother comes from out of town, it's his first rallies, you know, or show and prove. That's what they always do. They come to you smiling. It's my first rally. Like, yeah, we already knew that. You know, because first of all, like I said, they standing right in front of the steps. Big smile on their face. Right? They got a big smile. They smile at everybody that walk up. And they, look, first of all, we New Yorkers. Before you even get to the 5%, we New Yorkers. So see, you smiling at us, we looking at you like, what's wrong? What's wrong with homie right here, man? What's his deal? You know, you done bought every paper You done bought every paper that they selling in there. You know, you got all these pens and shit. You done bought shit from people that we never buy nothing from. And you think that you need to tell us that this is your first rally? That's what you think. Yeah, complete looking like a straight tourist. You might as well have an I Love New York shirt on. You might as well have an I Love New York shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the t-shirts on, everything. See me, Born is in the building. My first rally was in Medina. I was immediately harassed by Love Eternal and Boy Supreme. I can't front, I wanted to fight. Yeah, Medina, that always was a different beast. You know, I would have to say that coming out to Medina, which one was my first Medina rally? I do recall coming out there and just that it was outside. You know what I'm saying? It was, it's like, you know, when you in the school building, it's a little, you know, when you outside, I'm trying to recall, what was the first, see, because remember, I had went to school across the street from the Medina rally. I went to high school over there, so like I knew over there too, but I can't really recall my first Medina rally. I recall that in the Medina rallies, yo, we used to go out there deep. Like I remember we came out there like 100 deep or something one time. Like we had everybody from every side came. You know, I mean, that's not the whole Western, I'm talking about like our team that we usually rock like that. But yeah, Medina was that was it. And I recall somebody said that too. Like we was in one of the side rallies, right? And I can't recall what it was, but a brother came out and said that. Like, yo, whatever it was like, yeah, nah. We ain't with that. You in Medina now. It was like but yeah, that was you know, the rally is it's a lot of stories like that. She said, I recall the guy had to open the door to the gym for my first show and prove. Then found myself in the hallway. Or you must have talking about when they was coming in through the back. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you came to the rally downstairs, right? If you came to the rally when it was downstairs, if that was your first one, then it was a little bit less focused. You know what I'm saying? I like the ones at the top of the hill because the stage just gives the rally a kind of focus that it kind of loses downstairs. You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of all over the place. You know, me personally, I like it. I like the ones. I like the ones upstairs. Now, Abdul Rahman, you know. See, Abdul Rahman, you can't believe all of the press. You can't, you got a lot of press stories here. But at any rate, we got any we got any last questions before we wind this one down? We got in a little bit late today, but anybody is Maya still here or Medina? Because we was speaking we was speaking we was flowing from the survival scrolls. Any new updates on the credit union? Yeah, we had the meeting today, so we already we started collecting the money. They showed us the account today. West Coast Wise, Knowledge Born, and Cypher King. They handling that detail for us, and we got the first motion. That the first movement we're gonna make is we got 2 kids from AIG Boxing that got born day this week, so we having a little party, getting them a cake and everything, so they can celebrate on Sunday. And other than that, this was just kind of a progress thing, but. We got a secretary now. And so we're gonna start having a newsletter to go out and so everybody can kind of keep in mind what's going on with that. So I couldn't go upstairs. Well, now when I say upstairs, I'm talking about in Medina. In Mecca, you ain't supposed to go upstairs. Could white people be NGE? Yeah, there's white 5%. Joe Self said, "What do I need from? What do you mean in terms of the credit union?" The only thing, well, we probably end up handling that too, but in terms of because like I said, right now we got steps that we got to take in order to get the credit union established. So in the meantime, until then, we operating as a fund, right? FUND. So between that and then also these is the last days of school. So historically that's when we kicked off our new programs or whatever. So the art program, we already started it. We had a couple of kids already. We pulled out some of the easels, you know what I'm saying, and I went and got just some markers and some whatever you call what they not it's like a sketchbook, but it's a big one. So they started doing a thing in there. So yeah, if you got any I guess crayons, markers, paint brushes, uh, you know, the the uh, the books, like I said, with the pages in it that they can paint on, those types of things. You know, other than that, let's see if we can get Maya to get the newsletter out. Get the newsletter out as soon as possible, so everybody can get abreast on what's going on with the credit union. But basically, you know, we decided that 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Mondays is the regular meeting for the credit union. Oh, Malik, they didn't even let you up the steps at Harriet Tubman. You must have came. You you must have came up there. Look, either one or two things happened, Malik. Look, either you came up there on a day, right, where it was somebody out there that, you know, they haven't been around a minute and they just had their juices flowing. So as soon as they seen you, right, it was meat on the Barbie. The other thing that you could have did, Malik Lowe, that would cause you to get into a cipher where you didn't even get up the steps, is you probably walked up to some brothers that were standing there talking, and then you came up and said peace, right? But instead of saying peace and keeping it pushing, you asked them something like, "What's going on?" Or, "Look, this is what you do. You really want to get in trouble, right?" You say, "What y'all was doing? Building on lessons?" Well, actually, he wasn't, but now that you bring it up. Now that you bring it up, that's the two things that I seen. Which one did you do, Malika? But in terms of the credit union, if you want to add on with that, I don't know if you got Knowledge Born's. I don't know if you got Knowledge Born's information or West Coast Wise. This is the credit union. That's the Cash App to the credit union. That's the address. If you send it, right? Send it care of if you send the material, send it to that. If you're just gonna donate, just send it to my Cash App and put art program in the notes. Oh, all right. Oh, I see what you're saying now. You couldn't get up the steps. Yeah, that's a yeah. Yeah, that back way when you come through the Sean Proof. That's peace. It's District 120 in here because I just wanted to talk about before we get off of here that last, the very last. Where's District 120? You still here? The very last. I guess a little bit of conversation we was having. What was it we was talking about District 120? What was the specific? All right, JF, no doubt. But we were speaking on the kind of I'm trying to recall the specific because the conversation we was flowing, so it was going a little bit different places, and it was stemming from me saying that sometimes I don't understand why a kind of attitude appears to have been developed, right? Where there's no qualification to be a good woman. And that, for me, I was just wondering, like, how do you tell a good one then? You know what I'm saying? Like, if all women are good, then what's wrong with the ones on Instagram? Just a question. I'm not. And I was pointing out that you, as well as Smoked Hour, y'all appear to be a little bit, more from that mentality. And as the conversation was proceeding, and we were speaking on how, this kind of lack of qualifications there, right, has caused, some changes that maybe brothers don't appreciate in women. And it came a point, where, I was pointing out that, there's women in my age group who have kind of reached the end of the line there, and you pointed out, you said I'm understanding power, and the same thing is going on. And I just wanted to say, District 120, good for you. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get for misleading them. Maybe one day I will learn. Dr. Deckenstein, Divine Understanding. Don't worry, we'll get back. We'll have to go on the when we get back on the City Sciences channel. We'll break it all the way down. Oh yeah, that's one more development too. tomorrow we're gonna have class, but after this we're gonna precise law piece. After this we're gonna take at least, it's gonna be at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. But right now the planning for the show and prove is getting down to the nitty gritty. It's actually at this point, like I said, I got manual labor that I got to actually get out there and do. And, it's just a matter of time. I got to move everything around now so I can get everything done. Like I said, we also got all the programs here, for the summer. The boxing, of course, right now is rolling pretty smoothly, but we're about to get the art program up and running. And then, for those that don't know, we renovated, we in the process right now renovating a lot of things out there in the yard. We had, a couple other things that's going on with the school. We doing our best efforts to get all of this done by the show and prove. So, when y'all get out here, y'all be proud to say this is y'all headquarters. But in the meantime, in between time of that, I need those extra, because that's like the prime time. The time when I'm doing the class is prime work time because the sun is down out there. Y'all know how that is. But we're going to try to do something where we still have some programming. We got lots of videos, so it's probably stuff for people to catch up on. You got West Coast Wise out there with the side rally videos, and Knowledge Born. I can't recall what Knowledge Born called his program, but other than that, we're going to try to get something done with that. In the meantime, in between time though, until tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we're about to sign off. Unless we got any last questions. No, y'all have misled them, District 120. Y'all have misled them. See, one thing is, look, anybody right here can tell you, right? How many female gamers? I think I told you this before. How many female gamers have you seen from Generation X? You know why you don't see them? Because we never let them play. See, for y'all, that's not humane. That's, y'all look at it like we didn't recognize their humanity. We didn't recognize their humanity and treat them with equity. We didn't recognize their humanity and treat them with equity and allow them to play video games. Please say they playing now and these boys can't stand it. See, that's District Where Shorty said they wasn't playing when I was coming up. Yeah, that's what, so where did it happen then? Because I'm gonna tell you when I first seen it, right? Is women in my age group went out and bought their sons video games, right? Under the guise that it was for the son. But in reality, it was because they wanted to play for the first time. there was a couple of things that happened over the years that was like, yo, son, that's not good. Like, you know something that happened and I knew wasn't gonna be good? When girls start calling each other son. Like, it never was a slang like that where, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, now girls call each other bro. Like, I don't like that when females say bro, yo bro, like, nah, come on. Are we for real? Ah, man, complete. Yeah, that's another one where I just, you know, I can't, I don't, I've never, look, you know, I've never stopped asking the same question after they say that, complete. Whip it out. That's all I want to see. Just one time, complete. Just one time. And you know what's messed up? Is that we living in a time, we living in a time where she just might. Hold on, wait a minute, stop. Trigger warning. You're supposed to do the trigger warning first, but sometimes I miss. Trigger warning. but we not talking about that yet, though. You know. See that this is the thing. I gotta start cutting these off, man. I gotta start cutting these off before y'all get to the time. It's always at the end. This way I try to get my channel taken. I'm surprised we still up after the last couple of weeks. Yeah, but that's a whole thing. At least it seems like the purses have died down. The purses, the man bags or whatever they call them, that appears to have died down. So right there, it happened around the same time in the late 90s, somewhere in the hoods and college campuses when they were huddled up, sipping and burning. Hey, man. Listen, man. You know, I always tell people that, right, about, like, all of the things, right, that used to be normal, right, back in the days, that now, just because of the way the world has changed, you know what I'm saying? Just like, for instance, I heard this he was like a old timer, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking about the 19 teens, like 1911 to 1919 and 1920s and all of that, and he was saying how he was upset because he felt that the word gay had been taken from mainstream society. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about how you know, he used to go out, you know what I'm saying, and he was like, you know, like that used to be terminology that he used to use. Like, you know, he might go to the beach and people be like, yo, you know how it was, and he'd be like, yo, we had a gay time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, by the same token, yeah, certain things that, yeah, nah, you wouldn't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back then, that idea, Complete is saying, it wasn't even really in your consciousness like that. You know what I'm saying? For you to think, you know, trigger warning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they rocking fanny packs across they chest now? Yeah, and I haven't seen that per se. You know what I'm saying? I did think, I'm gonna tell you something though. What I thought the turning point of that was uh, when dudes started wearing those Donna Karan jackets in the '90s. Like, just there was something about the idea of wearing a woman's name on you that just didn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? And I seen some dudes doing it that, you know, outside of that, you know, but yeah, I thought that was a turning point, you know, in the '90s. Like, that never, I don't recall no you know, female designers, you know, and then on top of that, like it wasn't like, you know, it's black and blue and forest green shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all this, you know, flashy type of, you know, woman runway jackets and shit. So there was that. Yeah, so everybody's just, hey man, I don't know, man. I can't call it, you know. I just, listen, we got Encyclopedia Brown came in the building. Encyclopedia Brown was, I was in the room today with Encyclopedia Brown. He was going in on I don't even know what you call them now. I still call them the Ansars because when I got the knowledge, that's who they was. But in that time, since then, they've been Hebrew and Moorish. They was Native American, Egyptian. I'm not sure which stage they in right now, but apparently they're having a campaign right now to uh, kind of reintroduce Dr. York, I guess, in his teachings. You know what I'm saying? And I suppose they starting out by trying to mitigate how people see what happened with Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the conviction and, you know, if he's really guilty. And apparently they wasn't counting on Encyclopedia Brown pulling the case file. they, they didn't know that Encyclopedia Brown knows about the law library too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they want Encyclopedia Brown in the room as they attempt to convince everyone that it is It is in fact not true. You know, Encyclopedia Brown, he's got the medical files. he's got the medical files and everything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on a serious note though, it is, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, it's a serious issue. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of you know, having predators in our community. You know what I'm saying? You know, rather, because, you know, in Encyclopedia Brown, he be on all of their backs, you know, in terms of, you know, whether they scamming people, you know, some people, you know, they scam people for money. Some people just scamming for attention. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, in these types of situations, man, where it's really terrible, you know, where they preying on the young in our community, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, it's a I think it's an important issue, right? Because, you know, the situation with him, with Dr. York and African Bound Body came up too. You know what I'm saying? Where you know, you got these people that you know, they might have accomplishments or they got certain history, right? That's great. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we kind of let that the person uses that as a shield. You know what I'm saying? The person uses that as a shield for their dirty religion. You know what I'm saying? The things that they might have done that was positive, you know. But it's something we should say back in the days, you know what I mean? That one unrighteous act, right, is not going to take a man out the realm of being God, right? And one righteous act is not going to take a devil out the realm of being a devil. So a lot of these things, man, you know, yeah, the scale is something balanced. So yeah, you got some weight over here on the positive side, but this right here is this is you can't mitigate this. That's something that yeah, that's something, you know. Hey, look, that's why we no longer a Hotep channel over here. Because Hotep Hotep is under indictment. Hotep is under indictment right now. Everybody that's Hotep, everybody that's Hotep is getting indicted. So we had to leave there. But I guess, you know, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Another thing in the midst, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of these things and how far they get. I'm gonna tell you another thing. That's another reason why the 5% is the way we is, man. That's another reason why it's not good for this become it's not this it's not good for this to become a social group where we just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't tell you, right, that you fucking up. I don't tell you that you're not right and exact. You understand what I'm saying? and then we wait, you know, 20, 30 years down the line, and then say, oh, we didn't know that this was happening or that was happening. You didn't know because you was turning a blind eye. You saw it happening, but you was religious. And so you thought, nah, I couldn't be that person. But that's definitely something else we gotta, you know, we gotta weed out. The pseudos. Hey, look, I like the pseudos. I've read. Did you know that the I think they got you blocked though. The Aboriginals is back, and they got some new information. I'm telling. they got some new information. I don't know. I don't know if they said any of this to your face yet, but they got some new information now that I never heard them saying before. They got some new dates, some new people, and they have some some new debate strategies even. You know, the kind of angle that they coming from and the answers that they give. But yeah, they have a number of rooms. I was in the flat earth. I was in the flat earth room today for a while. You know, I go in the Hebrew rooms. But you know, they mostly yelling at each other. What you said? Wise Prince? Nah, I just looked at your channel today. But yeah, I just listen to them, man, because you know, on top of that, see, that's why I don't, you know, Clubhouse is it's good to listen, but in terms of the talking, it seems like you gotta have your own room because people be wilding out on there, wilding out. He said, the comments in the chat, yeah, I gotta skip through the chat, man. Y'all have 1,000 side rallies going on, man. 49 Wu-Tang, a person changes their self-life with every decision they make, good or bad. You know, not even just their own life and their own self, but you know, there's an accumulation, right, of all the decisions that people make, right, that form the society that we live in. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I seen, you know, to me on a social level. Like, you got a lot of people saying, yo, they independent and they free and they can do this and they don't need this and they don't need that. But at the end of the day, all of those individual decisions, right, is what forms the society that we live in. You know what I'm saying? You know, each person making an individual decision to come outside with a gun and handle their problems with guns, right, is forming the neighborhood that we live in. You understand what I mean? The same way as if each person decides, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go get a job, you know what I'm saying, be a homeowner, take care of my lawn or whatever, that's gonna have a cumulative effect in the neighborhood that they in. How long we staying out at the show and prove? I mean, I'm in the building. Plus, this show and prove, I'm not working. Friday, yeah, this how. Oh, you didn't know? We go, we go on location now, Supreme Man. This is the new. This is how we get down there. Hold on for a second. I forgot all about that. I don't know. I waited this morning to turn it on. I forgot. We actually have that technology. So yeah, we go on location camp, and then when it's time, back to you, Jim. In other news, that's how we do. Yeah, pretty much. We probably, I'm gonna. But yeah, Supreme Man, we got. Well, our equipment game is up. Actually, I'm about to upgrade this even. I'm ready. I think I'm ready for the next level. You know what I'm saying? Probably be after the show and prove. But yeah, text it to my phone. There goes the first sign right there. Yeah, that's another thing I gotta go to the Apple store and get that thing where I get charge and broadcast at the same time. Who knows? But at any rate, like I said, this has been another good one right here. We always. Do I think more people is coming to the show and prove? Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, right now we in one of them modes where we just being ready. But that's one of the reasons why the planet has gotten so hectic, because it's so many moving parts, and then with Umullah not being here, of course everybody has a whole lot more. Everybody has a whole lot more responsibility and things they gotta take care of. Whereas before, Umar handles the bulk of it, and he might tell you, yo, look, you need to handle this or that, but for the most part, we was good. Rock 3020 said tomorrow we'll talk about how Sunez says the first degree in the student enrollment ain't right and exact. Rock 3020 is this I just want to know, is this the same brother from before that you had some issues with Sunez? I'm not sure what it was about. He said it was on Minister Freedom's channel. He said he never believed in the first degree in student enrollment. Well, I don't believe in it either. Is that the crux of what this is about? Just wanted to know if I heard about it. Well, actually, this is the second time. This is the second time that I'm hearing about it. But from what I heard, the video is cut off. Like he doesn't get a chance to really tell you what he meant. So who knows? But right here, though, you said tomorrow for me to talk about it. What is it? What do you want to talk about? He's basically saying it's not true. See what you're saying? That he's saying that the black man is not the original man? If he does not think the black man is God of the universe, he should not be wearing the flag of the universe. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would find that, I think you might be making a stretch right here. he said that the black man, he said that he said twice that the black man is not God of the universe. You heard what divine understanding born had to say about it. We're not feeling that. He said sun was always shaky. What's your other name, Rock 3020? I think is are you the same guy? I've already been sent the link, Rock 3020. I just haven't watched it yet. You know, I'm asking you. You know, see that's the thing. You said if all is cool with that, that's all I need to know. Alright, see now you're crossing the line. That's all you don't need to know nothing about me. Or you can know everything about me. It doesn't matter. But see, I asked you several questions and you haven't answered one yet. See, when you start doing that, right? I'm asking you because otherwise you just ratting. I don't have to listen to divine understanding for shit. I don't need divine understanding born to tell me what's right and exact. See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. You the same dude. I could tell because you a sucker. See, if you got a problem with what Sunya said, right? You know where the fuck Sunyas be at. And divine understanding born know where he be at too. See, that's not what I do. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I asked you that. I said your name. I said Rock 3020. Are you the same person that had that problem with him from before? Yeah, right. You can play all the games you want. See, at the end of the day, none of this, you know, see, only a certain group of people got to be worried. Only a certain group of people got to be worried. Now, you didn't ask if people heard it. You said tomorrow for me to speak on it. But you know what? I guess, you know, if this is what y'all want to do, if this we can do that. We could watch Minister Freedom's video tomorrow. You know. Now, can I ask you a question? Have you contacted Minister Freedom? Because obviously you didn't contact Sunyas. It doesn't matter whether you brought it up now. We talking about it now. Have you spoken to Minister Freedom? Because I would think, you know, that Minister Freedom probably has a little more insight into, you know, what was said and why it was said. You don't bear witness to something. A lot of people don't. Son is not God. You know, like I said, I'm not worried. So, you know, just let me know. Just let me know when to get my popcorn, right? Just let me know when you come in, right? To show and prove all that, right? Or to tell him to show and prove, right? And he can't, right? Just let me know, you know, when to get my popcorn, cause you know I love all this. You know, I love all this. You know, I used to wake up in the morning, man, and go outside. Just for this, you know. I think was I telling y'all the other day that I was reminded of a story, man. You know, really, it's not even one story; it's a whole history. You know what I'm saying? Of me and his brother that, you know, we grew up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Both of us, you know, teachers and everything in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, we used to, you know, like we used to go through it so much that some of those ciphers was days long. Like whatever happened, we left that day. When we came back together the next time, we picked right up where we left off. You know, I love it. So I'm not building with nobody who can't get past the first degree in student enrollment. Well, look, there's another option. Why don't you build, right, and drop for us all of the merits of the knowledge degree and its veracity. See, it's easy to come in and say that what he said is not right and exact. But can you just speak your piece from knowledge is born? That is a good question, Rock 3020. What's your righteous name? He said, I thought we all came from the same foundation, and whoever don't agree can leave. Anyway, I'll build with some other guys about this. See, that's the thing, man. Rack 3020 said, I've had knowledge for decades. Decades where? What decades? And that actually is a good question. What's your righteous name? You come in here with this whole history. We're not speaking on the link. I'm asking you questions about you. Like, why do you see this is why we had problems before, brother. You don't send me on a mission. That's not how this works. You supposed to come in here and who I'm supposed to be goon squad? I'm supposed to jump up right now and go beat Sunez in the head? See now, Rack 3020, I'm sure one of the reasons why you come on here and you know, if you did the knowledge, right, you know, what's probably prompting you to come on here and say this to me, right? If you did the knowledge, see, even then, what I did was ask questions. See, I do the knowledge. I don't jump out the window. The 10th degree in the 1 in 40 says we all agree on the knowledge degree in the student enrollment. There's nothing to argue about. I don't know why some would say something so bugged out. Did I miss something? The 10th degree in the 1 in 40 says that? Wisdom, knowledge is how it works? Nah, how it works is, you said this, right? I'm busy. The other person that called me to talk about it, look, I got shit to do. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not aware, right, what we spending our time doing on this channel right now is we forming a credit union. So earlier, when I got the call, now I'm not taking time out of my day to see nothing about that, right? When I got shit to handle. Nah, see, this, okay, where's your, bro, see, when you start making statements like this, where you say, okay, y'all, you got it. The knowledge degree in the student enrollment ain't right and exact to y'all. Who's y'all? Because see, bro, you said you got decades in this. You got more decades than me? I'm asking you. Not telling you, I'm asking you. Because see, once again, B, my history is seen and heard, my man, with the naked eye and the naked ear. And see, that kind of statement you just made would cause a real problem between me and you if we was in person. Yo, Wise, what's my video count on here now? I got hundreds of videos, my man. that say exactly how I see things. So see, one thing you better remember is knowledge is respect. Before you get to the 1 to 10. See, those is the problems that I be having with you and what you be saying. You can tell me all about the lessons and who you don't like. But see, I watch how you move. See, I notice what you're doing. See, you say words to cause confusion between people. Whether you see both of them as righteous or not, that's what you do. Nah, don't ask me about that. We talking about what you saying right now. Don't ask me what I agree with, my man, because I was here when you got here. 556 videos. Hours long videos. So you can say whatever you want to say on the internet. But see, like I said, come say that to my face. See, this is what I'm saying, man, about these chiefs and Indians, man. That all of a sudden, now you want to change how this go. If you was the one that seen the video, right, why you let all that go past and now you going to come and get me? When has that been how this go? Now you're gonna try to hype me up with the lowest of denominators. We all agree that there is no mystery God. You feel like you gotta ask me that? If you feel like you gotta ask me that, we don't have a conversation. Or you ask a simple question and we getting defensive. No, you did more than ask a simple question. So you started out saying that Sunnis don't bear witness to the knowledge degree, and then you proceeded to say y'all. Who is y'all? Is that some different language? Is that really Spanish? And you saying y'all? What is that? What did you mean? Who is y'all? And you also use the word we. Who is we? See, we don't talk about people, we talk about what they do. And when we do that, we say it to their face. Now that's the bottom line. If you want to talk about what we agreed to is we don't talk behind each other's back. See how we really do this is we see Sunnis, right? And then I tell you, okay, tell him what you told me. See, that's how we do this. You said you've been around for decades? In the root of civilization? Where? Oh, here he goes now, Rock 120. Now a boy has no name. Rock 3020, I don't have a problem with you neither, but I have a problem with how you going about doing things. This is years. This is years now. And you ain't said nothing to that man one time. This is years. You ain't said nothing to that man one time. Can you not see that you're not like me? That's all I'm saying. Say it to the man's face. Now, you said this right here. Look, in my own good time, right? I'm going to check it out, right? And if there's a misunderstanding, then I'm going to go to the root. You said, see, you're a liar. See, now I'm going to tell you straight up, you a liar. Your word is not bond. And I can't wait. You said you be talking to brothers. I can't wait to talk to Divine Understanding Born. I cannot wait to talk to Divine Understanding Born. Or whoever else it is that's supposed to know you. You said you came to see what we thought and we cool with it. See, here's the thing. We don't know you. We don't even know your righteous name. But we know Sunyez. And you expecting us to go with what you said. What kind of fools do you think we are? That we wouldn't examine everything. Yeah, I know my knowledge degree in 1 to 10. And I know my culture degree in 1 to 14 too. So look here, man. Run, go get who you want to go get. And listen, tell him that lie that you just said too. Tell him that I'm cool with it. Run, go get Divine Understanding Born. Go get whoever else you want to get. How about that? If you want to tell on somebody, no, nobody's seen it. That's what we try to tell you. That we ain't do the knowledge to it, but you expecting us to already make a judgment on it. But you claim that we're putting the wisdom before the knowledge. Did I not see this? This how I know you. You see, you make me question, right? Whether you heard Sunyez right, because I see how many things that I've said on here, and then you twisted it and turned it into a lie. See what you doing? What you doing? Even the white man don't do that. Even the white man give you your day in court and give you a chance to face your accusers. Even the white man will say, listen, you have got to observe Exhibit A of evidence. But that's not what you're doing, is it? What you coming on here and doing is making an accusation, and you expect everybody to jump out the window based on your accusation. You can't even show and prove who you are. You said this is between you and people who had the knowledge for more than 10 years. Alright, so Rock 3020, what's your righteous name? If that's all you need is 10 years, then what's your righteous name? Rock 3020. We waiting on that. What's your righteous name? Nothing. Listen, man. You know, we can check it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, you know, the last time you made an accusation, it turned out not to be true. You said, listen, everybody, I heard that this is what he said, and I seen the link. I thought y'all seen it, that's it. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll build on it, and we'll come to an understanding. That's going to be difficult. See, because we need the same knowledge and wisdom really to come to an understanding. See, that's why, you know, people of different religions fight and kill one another. Because they don't have the same knowledge and wisdom. You know, at any rate, yeah, like you said, I check it out, you know what I'm saying, you know, which, like I said, I was already sent the link. I check it out, you know what I'm saying, but you know, you still got a problem, Rock 3020. You still got a problem. And that's that, who are you? And where do you be on the square at? Yeah, this is a waste of time. You lied on me. Yeah, I called you a liar. You expect me to take it back? I meant what I said. You just came in here talking about how we all cool, or we don't agree that the knowledge degree is right and exact. You know, Sunya said this and that, and we cool with it. You lying. Those are lies. What you're saying, you said, how you addressed the situation, all of that was lies. Or did you forget? You say you God, but what's your righteous name? So far, you lying about that too. Do you think because you know a couple of lessons, you could be Muslim? Alright, Rock 3020. Now, we're not going to build on it tomorrow. We're not going to build on it tomorrow. Because there's no building with you. There's no building with you, and you really don't understand how this works. You think you can name drop a couple names, but what you really did is cause a situation. You can see, I'm going to talk to them about how a clown like you can go around causing confusion, and they fall for it. If you got no air lights here, don't tell us your name ever. But I will find out who you are. Rest assured. At any rate, y'all know how I love to watch the clown car. I love to watch the clown car pull up and the clowns jump out. I like that. I've always been amused. I've always been amused when the clown car pulls up at the circus. Can't figure out how so many of them get in there. You see, like you said, Wise, here's a dude, you come in, you say all of our names. You say all of our names, you name drop, divine understanding born, savior, etc., etc. And somehow you won't want to tell us your name. So that's the fuck I'm talking about. If you want to talk about us, nigga, that's the first thing. Peace. My name is who you be. Before you even speak, you're supposed to say, my name is. You've been doing this for what decades? Yeah, I like that 30-20. I like that. I like how you avoid situations. I like how you avoid the questions and